Hi, Jivan. How are you? You're the first one to join. Of course, QNet official is here. Lady Sarah, good evening to all of you. VJ, Helping India. Well, beautiful name. Myself, Shakira. Pari, hi, VJ. Of course, Garadardas is there. Namaste. Magandang gabi rin, Rejoy. Joy T, good morning. Parishan Likha. Haribol, everyone joining me on our live Sunday IG Live. So I'm going to basically be doing three things today. First, we'll start with our commercial, okay? Because I have with me here, I don't know if you've used this product. This is the Home Pure Rain. Okay, I travel with this because you could attach it to any shower in the hotel, okay? So I've been using this for the last 2 months, okay? And today I was gonna actually replace the filter, but I wanna show you, okay, like in 2 months, how dirty the filter is. You gotta see this. See this? This is the main filter. And it just in 2 months, it's just full of rust and yucky stuff, okay? Now, I'll show you the new filter. See, the new filter is just so pure white. See how dirty it is. This is the water, the kind of water we shower every day. And our skin is the biggest organ in the body. And it just absorbs all of this filth. So actually, I'm going to replace the filter now. See, with a new one. Very simple. You place it like this. And the inside too. You should replace it because it also gets dirty, see? So I'm going to replace this one with this one here. The Home Pure Rain. This is a no paid commercial by QNet. Okay, so look at this. This has got vitamin C, so it's red. So you just put it there inside and you close it. And you put this filter, new filter in. See, very clean. And you travel with you, and you could put it in any shower room. And you take a shower with it. So this is our product. You guys should take advantage of this, okay? And of course, later on, I'm going to be playing a new song video, which I created for our Arabic brothers and sisters. Okay, I will be dedicating this music to Mohanad and the Knights team, and of course all our Arabian brothers. Okay, you would love this music. I'll play it later on, but right now, I really want to tell you something that is just, something very important that all of you could truly apply. Okay, so just the other day. Actually, I went out with quite a few people. We went to a restaurant to eat lunch, okay? And we were so occupied we were just so, distracted. We were discussing. We were sitting already in a restaurant. We were discussing issues, talking about a lot of things, okay? And it went on like for 20 minutes. Then we started looking at each other. How come the food has not arrived? So we wonder how come it's taking so long for the food. Then we started laughing because we failed to make an order. Okay? So we didn't make an order, so the food didn't come. So in fact, I want to use this as an example. So the first thing we did was what? Guess what? We had to get the attention of the waiter. So the waiter came and basically started taking our orders. And of course, at that time, I was thinking to myself, okay, what do I want to eat today? So I thought of like a green curry. So I looked at the menu and I pointed at the picture, okay, number 11, number 12, so I was looking at the picture. So I specifically had to verbalize to the waiter, I'm ordering a green curry, number 11. That's my order. So while I was doing that, there's nothing on the table, right? There's no food on the table. But because I started the motion of knowing what I wanted to eat, I verbalized it, okay? So that after the waiter took all of our orders, what did the waiter do? He went to the kitchen, of course. And I'm sure he told the waiter, he told the chef what to prepare. Okay? And after a few minutes, he came back literally with all the food that was here that we wanted. It was beautifully arranged on the table. And literally what happened, I realized I just manifested. I manifested what was here that I wanted. I manifested it on the table. And it's exactly what I thought of. It's the green curry I ordered, and it was there. It's like, boom, magic. See? We don't realize that we do this every day, that for us to want something, okay, we have to know exactly what we desire. The desire comes from the self. I, the self, need to desire. And the waiter is my subconscious mind. My mind is the waiter. He takes your order. See, and he starts thinking about that specific. You got to be so specific with colors, with whatever you want, designs. And voila, it's going to be, ordered somewhere. So if you look at the universe, they talk about this quantum physics or the material creation. In fact, all the ingredients are already there. Yeah? All the elements, the wood, the trees, everything you could order, from food, from everything we use today, from the cars that people build, from the homes that we build. All the materials are already there, God-given. Correct? It's there. But right now, when we think about this thing, it's just an impossibility. Meaning it's like I couldn't reach it. So what you need to actually do, and this is where I do journal. I journal a lot. I write down. When I have a goal, I write down. Because see, I need to know what I actually want. Okay? And I be very specific of it. And so the impossibilities are there. So I try to drag this. See? I try to drag it down and put it on a concrete form. The concrete form is when I write it down specifically. So you have this, what would I write down? Okay, abundance is there. I have to drag it down on paper so that I could see it. Health is there. I have to drag it down and be specific about it. Wealth is there. Of course, possibilities are there. Spirituality, money, wisdom, longevity, relationship. It's all just there in the sky. Okay, we need to make an order. So basically what's happening is just like, the reason most people are not getting the things they want, because they failed to order. Just like we did when we were in the restaurant. We were so distracted by so many things that we failed to make an order. So what I want you to do right now is that stop getting distracted. Because the world is full of distraction. What I want you to do is to focus every day and actually make an order of what you want. Because if you don't do that, okay, the chef would not know what to give you. The waiter cannot just go to the chef and say, hey, chef. The chef would ask, what did they order? They've not ordered yet. Oh, okay, so what am I going to cook? Nothing. Okay, so we wonder, we wait for things in our life to come. How come it's not coming? How come it's not coming? How come it's not coming? Because you've not ordered yet, bro. You gotta order. Okay, so you journal things. Okay, so what I would like you to do is and it has to be a blue pen. Okay, you see this blue pen? Why blue? Because, just like when you're making a house, right? You want to make a house, and normally it's just a land, right? And people build a house in the land. So what does the architect would have to do? They would put it on what is called a blueprint. Okay, the architect would ask you your order. What's your order, sir? Oh, 4 bedrooms. 4 baths. He puts it on colors. He would put it on a structure, design, and all of those things. Your wish, he would put it on a blueprint. And once it's on a blueprint, he starts ordering the materials that needs to be used to build that house. That's how the process works. So no house on a flat land, right, becomes manifested with a beautiful house, but that manifestation only takes place once you go through the process of putting things down on a blueprint. Really going through the process, really knowing exactly what you want. You be specific, colors, blue, red, white, whatever you want. Just like, when you order a car right now online, okay, they let you choose right now what color, what seats, what tires. You gotta go through that process. So everything is actually already there. Okay? Possibilities is just unlimited. Whatever you could think of, you could literally have. So this is where we need to have a change of mindset, because we're just so used to waiting, and we live in this, you have this, imagine if it's raining, and when I say rain, when we talk about rain, it's like abundance, it rains. Even in Dubai, it rains. When it rains, it's amazing. It's like, but what happens is people go to the rain. Imagine you want to collect rainwater, and you go out in the rain and you have this tiny cup. What would you collect? The size of this cup. See? Right? It's basic. If I want to collect more rain, I would have to create a whole, there's this, the previous prime minister of Singapore. I admire the guy, Lee Kuan Yew, okay? There was no water in Singapore, and Malaysia used to always, terrorize them by saying, we're going to cut the water supply in Singapore. So this guy, he did not go out there. He created a whole, reservoir of water. Okay, he collected from the rain. So his basin was so huge. It was like acres of land. And he was able to collect water to pretty much support the whole Singapore. And this is how he was thinking. He didn't just go out there, okay, we're just going to collect this much. No, he created something big for everybody. So his mindset was totally different. Right? Some people just want to rent a house. Right? They just want to rent. That's their mindset. Small. But some people I want to build my house. So they get to build a house. Some people, if you go to Dubai, the Sheikh of Dubai wasn't just thinking of a house. He said, I'm going to build a country. In the middle of a desert. It was just flat. I remember coming here 21 years ago. Literally, there was hardly any building. Okay? From a flat desert. You see all of this skyscraper manifesting. Where did it come from? Did it drop from the sky? No. Somebody had a big mindset who started ordering big stuff from the big chef. He was just starting to order, unlimited. And this is what we have. So, if I'm in your situation, and I'm not, you have to create a list. You got to know what you need. You got to know what you want. Because if you don't know what you want, the waiter cannot help you. No waiter. The waiter would be standing there your whole life, waiting. Sir, what's your order? And you're going, I don't know. Can I have a little peanut? So you get a peanut. Or you get a glass of water. Okay, and that's what has been happening all our life. That's why, there's the famous saying, I don't know if what scripture this is. They say, ask and you shall receive. That's such a mystical word that people forgot about it. Ask and you shall receive. This is such a simple process. So, when I ask the universe of something, right? Actually, I was on the plane today. I just landed in Dubai. I came from Malaysia. I was in the plane today and I sort of like was scribbling down. Okay? I don't know if you could read this. But see this. Okay, so I wrote there. Okay, this is the quantum field. The quantum field is the material creation and you have all the ingredients there. Okay, and floating there is all the possibilities, relationship possibilities. Okay, and it's just up there in the sky, right? It's like in the cloud. So what I need to do is drag it down. See, I have to drag it down. So here you have the self. Okay, I have my, my mind, my thoughts. So I have to drag it down by listing down all of those things. So basically, once I start doing that, I literally create what is called, I create my own reality. Okay, your reality today is something that you have created. Okay, nobody creates your reality for you. So I create my reality by manifesting. You know, when you say manifesting, it wasn't there before, but I bring it about. How do I bring it about? I get it from somewhere. The ingredients are there. The sand is there. Everything we need in life has already been given to us. Okay? It is your birthright. It is my birthright. Right? My birthright is abundance. Abundance is my birthright. It's your birthright. So if you're poor today, it's only because you have a poor mindset. You have a poverty mindset. You're just thinking of your belly right now. You're just thinking of your tiny little self, right? So for you to be able to really manifest things, you gotta think big. So for example, if you are earning, right? And I want you to write this. If you're earning right now, let's say, I don't know, $1,000, okay? So $1,000, you're earning it already. So what would your order be? Your order must be bigger than that $1,000. I would order now times 10. Okay, so I would be writing, I'm earning $10,000 a month. Okay, so I write it on the present time, not I will have. No, you have to write it at the present moment because your subconscious mind doesn't read the future and cannot read the past. It's pretty much the present moment. So you have to write the present moment. I am earning, or I make 10,000. So if you're making $10,000, you cannot be asking for 11,000. You gotta times 10 it. If you're earning $10,000 right now, you have to put that I'm earning 100,000. So you gotta times 10 it. Why is that? Because see, there's a need for us to expand. It's all about expansion, not physical expansion of your belly, okay? That we're already very good at doing. But when I speak of expansion, it's expanding the limits of our mind. Because right now, you're scared. You're even scared to say, I'm a millionaire. See, you're scared to say that. I remember saying that in the beginning was like, I was uncomfortable. You have to be uncomfortable because without being uncomfortable, you won't grow. Just like doing live is so uncomfortable for me in the very beginning. But I have to force myself because somebody has to do it. Okay, I have to do it. So I'm getting the hang of it right now. I'm becoming more comfortable right now. So I have to do other things to make me uncomfortable. Anything that makes me uncomfortable, I would do it because it expands me. See, it expands my limit. And where we are today is because of the limitation we put on ourselves. Right? So we always got to break the boundaries. They say break the boundaries. You just got to hit that higher goals. Right? So write down your goals. So your homework for tonight is I want you to write down at least 10 major goals. And when you say goals, is your order, what you would like to achieve. You write that 10 goals or 10 wants that you would like to achieve. And I want you to write it down. So, of course, all of those things, I'm telling you what it should include, okay? When you make an order, you should include wisdom there, knowledge, okay? You got to include in your order wisdom, knowledge, right? That you're going to be having a lot of wisdom, and you know the process to do that. Okay, you have to include there your health, right? You got to put it there. I'm going to be doing this to be healthy. So what are you doing when you're working on your health? What are you doing? You're actually asking for longevity, longer life. Even to live a long life, you got to plan it too, bro. You cannot just say, oh, whatever, I leave it to chance. No, you plan it as well. You try to be healthy. You do as much as you could. And of course, leave it to the Creator, how long He would want you to live in this world. But do your best to live a long life, and there's a process for it. Relationship, also bring that down, and okay, fine, let me find a good partner. It has to be also written, right? Service to community, right? Money is just the last, but also you have to also be specific. How much you would like to earn every month? How much do you want to earn in a year? Those things has to be specific, because without creating a target, right? Without creating a goal, right? We'll just end up waiting, and we waste our life. Nothing happens. We all came here to make a dent in the universe. I love that when Steve Jobs was interviewed and he was asked, right, what's his goal? He said he wants to make a dent in the universe. Like, wow, this was like, wow, such a big dream. Okay, so there's no limitation to dreaming. But dreaming also means that you concretize it. You take it up wherever it is. You take it, you put it, you concretize it. And the best way to concretize your dream is to write it down. Write your 10 goals, right? And the next day, look at those 10 goals. What are the first one or two that hit you in the face? Take that out and focus on that one. So it's either, increasing your earning, whether, you need a home, you need whatever you'd like to achieve. Even my practice of spirituality, my meditation, it's something I also put into writing, or else I won't be able to do it. Even meditation, even breathing, anything to do with health, my studies of the scripture, I also put it into writing, right? I've been writing. It's just, that's what you call journaling, and you get to manifest what you really want to do in life. So I just want to share you with that. So my whole point here, see, if you don't do this, right, you'll end up being distracted by so many things happening. Okay, there's so many distractions in the world, starting with the phones. Okay, starting with people dangling you. Oh, I have something better. I have a new company I'm starting. Join me. This is better than the old one. You all have all those things would distract you, because you're not fixated. You're not focused on your goals. Focus on your orders, so that it would come. So that's my advice for this week. And of course, before we end, I want you to be listening. I'm going to show you a video of a song we created, and this is for the Middle East, the Arabic version of the song. And you look at the lyrics, it's very beautiful. And we created this last week for today's show. So I'm going to how do I go about this? Okay, I'm gonna turn around and show you this so you could watch. Okay, enjoy. What's that?
No more maybe in my spirit.
I hope you like the music.
No more carrying what I never chose.
Habibtin, Habibi! Woo!
I held my tongue like it was love. Told my heart just give it time, no rush. You said it's fine, I said I'm okay, but my silence started costing days. You crossed the line and smiled again, like my not now was just pretend. I learned your rhythm, learned your ways, but I paid with tears behind my face. I felt it building in my chest. The misunderstanding wouldn't rest. So I'm not waiting for the crash. I'm calling truth before the past. One straw, then the back breaks, two lies, and then the heartache. One straw, and then the back breaks, two lies, and then the heartache. So I'm saying it now, before it turns to war. I'm saying it now, I won't endure no more. Confront before conflict,
Confront before conflict.
set the boundary, keep my peace. Confront before conflict, confront before conflict. Live a happy life, keep my peace. You don't see me when I'm gone. I'm still right there, but I'm on. We talk like friends, we act like foes. Then act surprised how it all goes. I was bending to keep the calm, but I was losing who I am. If you won't hear it when I speak, don't ask me to keep it brief. I felt it building in my chest. The misunderstanding wouldn't rest. So I'm not waiting for the crack. I'm calling truth before the past. One straw, and then the back breaks, two lies, and then the heartache. One straw, and then the back breaks, two lies, and then the heartache. So I'm saying it now, before it turns to war. I'm saying it now, I won't endure no more. Confront before conflict, confront before conflict. Set the boundary, keep my peace. Confront before conflict, confront before conflict. Live a happy life, keep my peace. One straw, then the back breaks, two lies, then the heartaches. One straw, then the back breaks, two lies, then the heartaches. One straw, then the back breaks, two lies, then the heartaches. One straw, then the back breaks, two lies, then the heartaches.
I hope you like the music. That was our new music for this week. I'm making you songs every week. So we just, first time I show that. And thank you to the team who made the video and helped me with all the music I'm making. Thank you all. I'll see you next Sunday. Namaste. Love you all. Bye-bye.